shouting to our future success. Yes. This is the start of branching out into our own opportunities, really doing what we love for a living and walking God's purpose.
Ooh, love it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Not a thing for me because you're my sister at the end of the day. Like, you're my friend. So why would it be a thing? But honestly, what you said earlier, I think we hold ourselves back from accepting that sister.
Right, feeling worthy and deserving.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, like, so we blocking our own thing because we thinking like, oh, what is she? Da, 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 da,
right.
You know? Yeah.
Something I think women we get like very territorial about friends. Very.
Like, baby, I'm like, who is this girl?
We don't like her. Like, we don't like her energy.
Correct. Who is it?
But if I was your girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it. So what we're talking about now is fine. Oh yeah, we're gonna get started. I'm so excited. My shades.
Okay, you
It's,
look fancy.
Shout out to Lenise. Y'all know we call her Lenise and we do the parking lot pimping, but I love the way she dresses. Yeah. Girl style on point. Alright. Oh, did you time out? We ain't got time for you to be timing out. Alright, both are on. So I'm gonna do this weird thing. I'm gonna clap first because that's gonna help me when I edit, because I'm gonna drag this audio to my video too for YouTube.
Okay.
So somebody was like, just clap 3 times before you start. That way you'll know where to start. I know it's weird, but yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm just here.
Okay, let me take a sip of my drink. Let's do a shot o'clock before we get started. Yeah. Oh, the tequila I was drinking when I met Blair.
Oh, goodness.
Girl, we got so much to catch.
Girl,
Everyone's been like dating for real, like really dating for real.
Girl, my life is lifing, okay? It's just lifing, you know.
Girl, okay. We are shouting to our future success.
Yes.
This is the start of branching out into our own opportunities, really doing what we love for a living and walking God's purpose.
Ooh, love it. Cheers.
Cheers. It's smooth. Like, it's like, I don't know why people don't like this one.
I love Luna.
I
But
love it.
I've been like trying like different tequilas lately. Like,
Okay, connoisseur.
yeah. Like levels. I love that now. And at first I wasn't.
Save this. This is good content.
Sorry.
We need to save
Look,
this.
sorry.
All
We
right.
should have took the shot on.
We still can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Get real comfortable.
I am comfortable.
I think I'm going to push your mic back just a little bit so you don't sound like you're in the background. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable?
I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to hit record. We're doing
I
this
love this
shit.
podcast world.
All right. It's recording. Yay. All right. I'm going to do 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, girl. Am I showing the things? All right. Hello, everyone. And I'm so excited. Welcome back. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome to the podcast, I Can't Call It. Okay? And if you're here for the first time, thank you for joining us. If you're coming back, I appreciate you because I need you and I love you. And so yeah, let's get into episode 2. And today, as you can see, I'm your host with the mostest. It's your girl, Bleu. I gotta introduce myself. I keep forgetting to introduce myself because some of y'all don't know me. So I am Bleu. Today I'm feeling like Bleu, aka Bleu-tastic. I'm feeling very fantastic, and for that reason, I am excited because I actually have my first guest. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it and introduce her. This is my girl, Amber. We are besties. Little background. So I met Amber in college. We were like cool in college, but we weren't like hanging out like that in college. And then I was already in the sorority Delta Sigma Theta and found out soon that she was interested. And when I saw her in the interest meeting, I was like, I am making sure. It was like a girl like her. She's gonna get in this. So I was her profile. That's where I started again. I was a senior, so I ended up graduating before her. She was a junior at the time. So kind of like would see each other on social media and kind of stayed in contact like sending little messages on their pictures, but nothing heavy.
Right.
Fast forward years later, life changed, and I was looking for a new start, and little did I know that she was gonna be a part of
That's crazy.
my new, like how we reconnected. And I was thinking about it, Amber. When actually before I applied where I'm at now, I was applying for jobs up here, and I just came from an interview, and you saw me snapping, and I think I had the filter for where we live at. I ain't putting all that out right now. And you were like, you DM'd me on Snap, and you was like, hey, you're in town, let's grab lunch. I was like, you live here? And I didn't even realize she was living in the area I was applying for jobs for.
Yeah.
So anyway, it didn't work out. I didn't end up getting the job or whatever. But I was like, I'm just going to take a break. I had been applying everywhere because I was like, I want to get out of where me and my daughter were living at the time. And then one day I saw her post about, she was like at work, and she posted an event, and it had the filter for where you work. And I was like, oh, she works there? And then my sister was the one that like, Rich, you should think about applying in that field. And I was like, well, I don't have any experience. My sister was like, you have cash handling experience. You have a degree and you got good credit.
Correct.
Those are the things you need. She's like, you should reach out to her. And then like that Monday I was sitting in the car, you posted something again on Snap. I DM'd her. I was like, hey, I've been applying for jobs in that area where you stay. And you were like, we're hiring. We have a new department, girl.
Got you.
Put your application in now. And I was like, oh my, and like from then on, the rest is history. When I was setting up here, she let me come stay with her. I'm like, you gonna let me stay? I was just happy for you to let me know they were hiring, but she was like, yeah, you can stay with me. So that summer I came up to get set up before I could bring my daughter up.
Love, we had a blast.
A summer for the Bucks.
Because
that was my first summer, Amber, like being child free.
Yeah.
My daughter was about to turn 5. I had never been away from her. So like we literally were like, it was like college. It was like college for us.
It really was college, like low key.
Yes.
It was fun.
So from like we literally naturally just, Amber just has this energy about her that is very inviting. And this girl will give to anyone. Oh my God, it's so early.
Don't do it. Do not do it.
Amber will literally, she's gonna take care of you. Like she got a good heart, and like literally open up her home to me and just, girl, rent free, just come on, like, and let me stay.
I was trying to hold on to you low key.
And it was kind of sad when I did find my apartment. It's like, you don't have to rush.
I was like, where are you going?
Only reason I was kind of rushing because I needed my address for school. He was like, you can use my address. And I think about it, you were zoned for her school.
Yeah.
She was like, bring your daughter. We can all. And I was like, Amber,
you want to go
Amber, you're a single woman. You do not need to be having me and my child living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
I was like, I can upgrade to a 2-bedroom. We can
really. And that's when I was still
it was crazy.
It's wild. So this kind of brings us to the topic. So welcome, Amber.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
So,
Red Blues crew.
Yes. She is a pillar in my community. Like, this is my tribe. This is my blood wouldn't make us any closer, okay? And that's the reason I wanted her on today, because our topic is Sisterhood Ain't Dead, okay? Because you know, we see the things with the girlies. You know, it's a lot with women in general. Like, relationships don't work. It be jealousy. It be envy. It be weird things going on with women. And, like, I really want to just showcase that there are women, we still down for each other. And we can still be down for each other. So, that's what I really wanted to, thought that'd be a great topic. Hold on, y'all.
Definitely.
I'm gonna be a little ghetto. Let me get my drink.
Oh, we drinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Our table is a little far, so I had to reach for my drink.
Cheers. Cheers.
Tequila. Won't be. I'm not gonna put God in it, cause
baby.
Okay.
Just baby. Okay.
So funny. So the topic, of course, Sisterhood Ain't Dead. So I will say one of the things that, just a transition from our story of how we really got connected for real. I had an issue with accepting, like, girl, I'm really here for you. You ain't got to worry about that weirdness with me. And when I met Amber, even though I was receiving her, it'd be like times like I might have needed help, or I might have been like, hey, can you watch Chloe? Hey, and I wouldn't even ask her, because I was just so used to people being like, not willing to help, or people being, even my own family members, like, I always had an issue with just getting somebody to watch my daughter for a couple hours, even before, and I think I was still projecting that onto y'all. Let me do mic, just to make sure, not that far from your face. I think I was still projecting that to, because, you know, it's a group of us that are girls. Y'all would, hopefully we can do one together.
I know, that'd be fun. Like
that'd be dope. I think we might have to move it to the living room. But yeah, so I was meeting like you, I met Toya, I met Sierra. Y'all were like my core. And of course, you know, we had all our other girls that we all would do stuff with. And like, I was like, dang, I was meeting these women. Y'all genuinely had just met me. And I felt like just meeting y'all, not even being around y'all that long, y'all was showing me more love and support and genuine rooting for me than the people that I was kind of used to dealing with. So I think I was still kind of projecting, because it was times like, why didn't you just ask me?
Right. I'm literally right here. Like,
the only thing someone can tell you is no.
Yeah. And but I think that's what sisterhood is about. Like, it's no matter how, like, we haven't talked in years before, like, you know, the transition of you moving up here, and then just like seeing your post on Snap or you reaching out to me as far as the job. Yeah, I got you. Right. So like sisterhood to me, and I don't have any siblings, so it's weird, but you wouldn't even think you were the only child. Like, I'm the only child, but I grew up, I'm so tight with my family, and of course I have like a real close friend group. So I feel like no matter how often or how not often that we talk or converse, like, you my sister, like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So like, whenever you reached out about the job thing, this me, no problem.
It's not even a second thought.
It's not a second thought.
Right.
You need me to watch Chloe? Let me check my schedule. I'll get back to you and let you know. Like, it's not a thing for me, because you're my sister at the end of the day. Like, you're my friend. So why would it be a thing? But honestly, what you said earlier, I think we hold ourselves back from accepting that sister.
Right, feeling worthy and deserving.
Yeah, like, so we blocking our own thing because we're thinking like, oh, what is she? Da 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 da.
Right.
You know? Yeah,
right.
It's crazy.
That is wild. Yeah, so I realized like I had to do healing. I thought like, oh, when I got the new job opportunity, was able to relocate, get my daughter, get us in a better position, get her in better school system, better opportunities. I thought that was it. And oh Lord, that pandemic happened, and I had got to be really still. Yeah. It made me really be still, and it really made me appreciate my friends way more, because I had time to reflect, because we couldn't really all get up like that anymore. So that's what I'm learning to accept. I can't get caught up in what somebody may or may not do to me, because if we're gonna be faith driven, you gotta know God got you. You ain't gotta worry about who out to get you or who may wrong you. If you feel it's okay and you feel it's right, just continue, because it's going to reveal if somebody ain't doing what they're supposed to do. You can't worry about I had to stop projecting the hurt. Get to know Amber for Amber. Get to know Toya for Toya. Give them an opportunity to show up for you. So, but I always thank God when I pray for us. I'm so thankful that y'all still held me down even when I couldn't see it myself.
Yeah, and it's been time, like, COVID's been rough for everybody, right? You know? So, like, for me, I feel like with some of my friends, probably all of my friends, like, I could have been a better friend. Like, I could have reached out. But COVID, like, you get trapped. Like, I'm working from home now. I'm constantly in the house. Like, you get trapped in this mindset of just self. Right. And it's hard for you to kind of think outside of that. So, like, it's been times that I felt bad, like, oh shit, like, I need to check on my friends, like, I need to make sure they're good or whatever. And it's the time, like, I'll text y'all random, like, hey, just check on you, make sure you're good.
It real, like you say, it's not like an intentional thing. Yeah, like, and then I had to realize too, because I'm stuck in the house with my child, so like sometimes, you know, during the pandemic, small friend groups will still get up. I couldn't do that because I'm like, for one, I'm nervous. I don't want to be irresponsible, and even I'm going around a small group of people, and then I bring somebody to my child, like. I'm in this at this point. We're not even in up here a year when that happened. I have no family. Like my friends are my family, so it was literally just me and Chloe. Yeah. And so I had to also think like my single friends, y'all going through it too, cause like y'all literally by yourself. Like I have a child, it gets challenging, but at least I know I can wake up and me and Chloe have each other. Like, and I was thinking about my single friends who are literally living alone. You don't have family here either, like, even though you're close to your family, but at that point, we weren't really, it took me, like, my parents are older, so I wasn't trying to, like, be having them at the house, or everybody was kind of weird about being around people at that time, so Yeah, like, I'll go to, like, my other friend's house or whatever, they'll come to my house or whatever, but, like, Brittany has a child, so y'all are being cognizant of that. Like, I'm not going to be like, hey, bring you and Chloe over. You know, I can be responsible for myself. I know where I've been.
I can't even talk to the other people that
it
come
was
over.
weird
But, you know,
times.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. So,
Yeah.
It's a little sippy.
Yeah, get a little sip. So, one of the other things I wanted to get into, because girl, we just kind of getting through the things you already hitting stuff that I was already. One thing I wanted to talk to, because sometimes we can get a little protective of our friends.
Ooh, yeah.
And then, like, you know, everybody that's your friend, I might not rock with them and vice versa.
Correct.
Right. So I think sometimes that's what kind of puts a dent in our friendships. Like, as women, like, we might not, we might see you hanging with somebody like, girl, she ain't it.
Yeah.
But we have to get into a space, we get a little protective, and I'm like, I have to trust that Amber got enough sense, and Amber's a smart woman. Let her have a relationship.
Yeah.
Just like you will see, you know, I had some friends that might have been a little questionable to you, but you know, like Britt knows what to do. That's her friend. And
exactly.
I think women, we have a hard time because we get protected. Like, why is she
like, what are you doing?
Why are you hanging with her?
Right.
But we have to give our friends enough grace to know, like, you know, even if you know your reason why you bonded with this person. I may not get it. God might have put you in this person's life for a reason. We might not see it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I think women have. We get like very territorial of our friends. Very.
Like, baby, I'm like, why you there? Who is this girl?
We don't
What's
like her.
going on?
Like, we don't like her energy.
Correct. Who is it? But at the end of the day, we all grown as women. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're making the decision to be friends with this person, then I have to trust that you made that decision off your own.
Because, girl, you saw some the friends I was making.
Look. Sure. Right.
But you did. You extended me that grace because.
But you have to. It's just like, at the end of the day, let's take it back. Besides girlfriends being protective of girlfriends, when a girl talks to a guy that you ain't really feeling.
Cause girl, we gotta get girl, you was getting into the things that I was gonna bring up. Let's move into it because you know when I met y'all, I was dealing with a very toxic person.
Yes.
And I still got love from him. I'm glad I've healed from that.
Yeah.
I had to take accountability in that situation too because he was doing all this fuck shit, but I had to still be like, Britt, you have to know, I had to get to a place like, you know you worthy to deserve. You know, me and him tried. Y'all came in when we were trying again. Then it didn't work. Then I tried like a year later.
Yeah.
We tried again and it was still a bunch of craziness. But you kept it real with me, but you weren't like, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to let you make your decision. Yeah. And that is hard to see too when you know your friend is deserving of so much better. Because baby, that nigga had me. This nigga had me like, we could go outside right now, and he'd be like, "Babe, the sky is red," and I clearly see the sky is blue.
Right, but you were like,
okay. I'm like, "Yeah, it is red."
Right, cool.
Yeah. I was really I was so wanting it to work so bad, and we have been on and off for so long. And I had to get in a place like Britt. And I was seeing somebody I follow. Shout out to Trap Yoga Bay. I love her, but she always says really nice things, really real things in her posts. And she was like, I'm paraphrasing, but she was like, when you're gonna start realizing like some of these people in your life are placeholders.
Oh my God.
They are just placeholders. You're gonna have enough faith to maybe step back and be to yourself.
Stop talking to my life, baby.
Because these are just placeholders. They're not who, and until you move them out the way and make room for who really should be there. And you know, and Amber, you know how I get. Like when I like somebody,
you go in.
I go like you're my like. Literally, the guy has no. You know the situation. We're not gonna talk about you, but the guy that I really was crushing on forever, and it was like, girl, you're not even telling this man. First of all, you ain't even let him know that you like him, and you're so possessive.
We're not gonna go there.
You're mine. Once I like you, you're mine. Whether you know it,
But you know what I had to learn a long time ago. Like everybody's enough is different than your enough.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the time, like it took me a long time to realize that because I'm like, girl, you're not gonna leave her for that,
right?
But that's my enough. That's not your enough. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody enough is not your enough. So you have to learn that with your friends as well.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to let you know, what I'm seeing from the outside, because of course love is blind.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in it, you're not seeing it fully. So, and I expect that of my friends.
Right.
Tell me
Be
about
honest
shit.
with me
Yeah.
about, check me on what.
Exactly. And then eventually I'll make the decision that's,
Right.
best for me. Might not see it in the moment.
I'll be thinking back on that situation with old boy, and I'm like, that was crazy. Like, just when I remember I shared, because at the time, me and Toya, we really literally were just meeting. So you and Tiara kind of knew a lot was going on. It was just kind of like, and y'all extended me that grace, and y'all didn't make me feel judged or whatever. But it was just like, I thought I had moved in a space where like, girl, you got it. And like, that situation humbled me and was like, girl, you have to really heal and figure out your worth. And like, now I'm talking to someone, I'm dating someone now, and it has been a year since that situation, and I'm having to learn not to project onto him, because I thought I healed from, I thought I was good, like it's been a year, and like I'm still putting some things on him that I dealt with this man from a year, and I'm like, he's not. And I had to talk to Toya, me and her went to dinner, she's like, Britt, and he don't even know, because I never really came to him with it, but it was things that were going on in my head, and Toya was like, he's not him. Give him a chance to show you who he is. Don't allow the hurt from the last situations to, and she had to like have that talk with me, because I was like literally he's doing everything he should be doing, but I'm like, I'm trying to find something. You cannot be this
like,
good.
You tricking me.
It's something
you tricking me.
It's something you're pulling the wall.
I used to say that, like, you tricking me. You tricking me too. This person that I dated or whatever, and he was just like, why are you saying, like, that's insulting to me.
Right.
And when he said it, it just was like a light bulb went off, because I'm just like, okay, I'm doing this as
one thing about you're a Taurus, you're very forward. See, I kind of
I'm gonna tell you, maybe you're not gonna hurt me.
See, I take it like, I was having these crazy thoughts, and I brought it to Toya first, because I was like, but I noticed like, but I love that Taurus energy, because you need friends like that are more direct, because you taught me to be more direct, because I'm more of a process person. So sometimes I sit on it before I speak on it. And in certain situations, you do need to just, you gotta just speak on it.
But sometimes I need a process.
But that's why we all have each other, because we can teach each other. But
definitely.
I love that about you, like, Amber, you do not hold back.
Because
You're like, girl, if you feel it, it's not, you don't bring it in a way that's like,
I'm not
hurtful
mean.
and mean about it.
No.
But you're like, hey, Britt, so what's going on? I'm feeling something is weird in the text energy. I'm gonna call you.
Calling you.
Yeah,
hey,
the energy is
your
off.
energy is I don't like your vibes.
Yeah, I have to be honest. Like, and I think I was talking to Toya about it during that pandemic. I was like, dang, I just feel like, damn, me and Amber stay by each other, but I get it because what's going on. I don't get to see her, and then I'm going online and I'm seeing Amber hanging out, and I'm
doing all
but it was hard for me to be like, damn, I missed just coming out, like, I just missed my friend. Then it was just getting weird because I just wasn't able to tell you, and that's one thing you got on me about Toya.
Yeah.
Toya's quick. If Toya feels something, she was like the first.
I think when you finally brought it up, I was like, wait.
It's not that ain't it. Yeah,
just tell me, like, that's not it. Like, no.
Because everybody just think everybody's good. Like, you go on social media, you see people, like, you're like, oh, she seems fine.
That's social media.
Be messing shit up. Like,
correct. Social media is the thing, because I can put on a smiling face. I can post my, follow me on Instagram.
Please. I'm going to make sure I have all, we're going to get into all that, yeah.
But anyways, I can post like a good video. I can post a smiling face or whatever.
And we see you're engaged, and we were like, oh, Amber, look, she out.
I
saw Amber in Charlotte last week.
But you don't know how I'm feeling.
And that's what social media has done. It has desensitized us, because before, let's even take it back, before we were able to, like, because, we're the girlies. We're a little seasoned. We ain't that seasoned. But back when you had to really pick up a phone and call your friends, we were in high school, before social media, when it was like, the first thing was new first was like Black Planet.
Correct.
But you still had to like pick up a phone and call people.
And
and once text messaging and all that stuff came, it took all that. And then the social media, like now, like literally people are texting people things they should be calling them about. You only set FaceTime for certain people.
Yeah.
Like you don't FaceTime. Well, Amber will FaceTime you.
Look.
And she will encourage me to
Look at me. Waiting for you to pick
Amber,
up.
it'd be 11 something at night if she feel in her spirit.
Yo,
and
especially
we're
if I
like,
had a little.
but I love that. But
I be calling
being
Brittany.
friends with you has like heightened me. I think I needed these type of friends because I think in the past people I was friends with, you know, I think they were seeing my light and it was scaring them. They were seeing my light before I saw my light. So that's why they would get weird and act out. And then when you get around women who are like secure in themselves and secure who they am, and it's like, okay, this is different. Like I don't
Especially
have to
the
dim
summer
myself.
that we lived together, like Brit, like that was just like everything. Like
I
really
opened
felt,
up. It was natural.
It was
like I had,
natural.
We were talking about the things we were otherwise not even have to
it
hold
was
back.
so natural. Like I felt, you know how you meet people, well, of course we known each other longer than that, but you know how some people come into your life at a certain time.
Right.
So I felt like during that summer, like we was just like
that was God saying.
Yeah, so like
yeah.
you saying that I brought this to you, like you don't know that summer and beyond what you done for me too. Like you know what I mean? Like it just was like a breath of fresh air. Like I had somebody, because I was living by myself, new to the area.
Because at the time you were cool with the ladies, but y'all weren't. I didn't realize like y'all were like work friends. Like I didn't realize honestly until staying with you a couple weeks. That was the first time you had them at your house.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
You're not gonna, nobody's gonna be nice.
That was
the only person
time.
that I was super like my very first friend once I moved to this area was Tia.
Right.
That was my first close true
Tia
friend.
had that energy that makes it's so inviting.
But everybody else, like
you said, y'all wasn't even like doing all that hanging out.
No,
like there was none of that.
No.
Yeah.
So during that time that you came, it was like I needed that in that moment.
Right.
You know, and then we kind of got to know each other more and on a deeper level or whatever. Like
it was good times. Grateful.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Girl, we just getting into our things. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about too, that I feel like sometimes we negate as friends and just in relationships in general is talking about our requirements and boundaries.
Ooh.
So sometimes like things that happen, like, you know, y'all done been kicking it for almost 6 months and then something that happened, and I'm like, whoa, she feel this way. Like I didn't even, that wasn't my intention to do that. But I feel like that's something we're not taught to do that. Like I feel like just not even with your man, your girls too, like we need to get into discussing like, hey, these are my triggers. This, so like when things happen, you won't realize that sometimes we hurt our friends and it's not intentional.
Exactly.
So discussing, I don't think we ever really do that. We just meet somebody, it's cool, and then we have a great time.
Yeah, that's it. But I had to learn and realize, like, sometimes in friendships, girl friendships, like they're gonna push your buttons, you know?
Yeah.
Because not every girlfriend or girl group is gonna be like, oh, peaches and cream, like everything's good, da da da. It's gonna be moments where they're gonna say something that you don't like, or I'm gonna say something that they don't like, and then we're gonna call each other out on our shit, or I'm definitely gonna say something, you know.
You're gonna bring it to the surface.
Correct. If I feel some type of way, like no. So at that point, when things like that happen, I had to learn, like maybe it's okay not to be as inviting of people that I call a friend into my personal space. Right. So I can be your friend. Right. I still care about you. I still love you, but I have to create a boundary. It's level.
Yeah, like I'm glad you're hitting on that, because sometimes you have a friend, you're like telling them everything that you got. You're telling them all your plans, everything, and then you're learning like, and you're sitting back, you kind of seeing how they're kind of, you seeing some weird, like for me, sometimes I see weird things that are almost like, if I speak on it, I'm gonna look crazy. Yeah. Sometimes I gotta just kind of be observant. I can't call everything out, and then it's like, you know what? Moving into the next topic, I want to talk about this. Everything's tying together. I've been playing. Yeah. Understanding people's positions in your life, right? Everybody ain't gonna be kumbaya. It's like every friend ain't gonna mesh, and certain friends you come to for certain things and they play a role. Certain friends, you know, you can call them at 3 o'clock in the morning crying. You got that friend for that, and you got that friend for like, maybe girl, this is girl my good time girlfriend. That don't mean I don't love her and I won't be for that. But everybody that don't have to be in every single act, and I had to learn that.
Me too.
And that don't mean you have to like necessarily get Like sometimes I
Away
used to be
from
like
them.
cutting people off. I
You
used to,
know.
you weird bitch, I'm cutting you off. And they're like, what happened? Like, but I'm learning, like, if you keep cutting everybody off, then you're not gonna have anybody.
Correct.
Certain people, they will cut their own selves in the next, so they ain't for you to cut them off. It'll just gradually happen. But like you said, certain people just gotta keep, okay, I'm just gonna keep you for this.
Yeah.
You know, and then if I
And
see over time, like, okay, it may just phase itself out. God gonna always spin the block.
And it might just
And it might be have a situation where you might have to confront it.
Correct.
But that's where prayer, meditation, whatever you do to find your clarity,
yeah,
to know, like, to discern how far you should take it with certain friends.
And I feel like, and the crazy thing is, I learned this in my adult life, like in my 30s. Oh, not for my shot there, but you know,
Right.
Still look good.
Period.
But I had to learn this in my 30s. Like, it's okay to have boundaries with friends. It's certain, because I feel like once you kind of get close to somebody, you feel like, oh, I need to tell them my whole life. I need to tell them everything that's going on. No, you do not.
Right.
Like, I can have certain boundaries with certain friends, and if there's a rift in our friendship, we need to be adult enough to be like, look, hey, I feel this way about you, or you made me feel this way when you said this.
That. And
yeah.
and honestly, I'm still working on that.
Yeah, like we need to, like,
yeah, I need to get better at
because
that.
Because sometimes you may feel a certain way, or I may feel a certain way, and that person is oblivious, like not thinking like, what? No, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Right. That's where I'm trying to get at. Like, I'm not always good about that. And I think it stems from the home, because I was just kind of, and your parents do the best they can, but I was just kind of raised like sometimes you just take it off the chin. You just deal with it. You don't speak on certain things. Right. And like I had to unlearn a lot of behaviors that was projected onto my parents, or the trauma that they, sometimes your parents are doing things because out of fear of what happened to them. Yeah. So they're projecting on, they're teaching you in trauma instead of teaching you in like, okay, this is your life. Yeah, these things I'm telling you these lessons, but don't live in fear. And that's how it was kind of brought to me. I had to like unlearn a lot of stuff to be like, nah, I'm not, okay, I appreciate what my parents did, but I'm going to take it a step different with Chloe. I'm not going to be perfect, of course, parent, no parent is.
And that's a part of bringing generation curses.
Right.
Is that you're recognizing like our parents did the best that they could with what they had, right? So now that we're recognizing that they did the best they could with what they had, I have more resources. I have more technology. Right. I'm in a different world. It's about you taking, because some people be holding on to what the people that raised them did, and I'm moving into a space like, I forgive them because they did the best they could with what they got, but now as an adult, let me take accountability for my healing in my life. Like, let's stop blaming our parents, our aunties, grandmas, whoever raised us. They literally did the best they could with what they got. Yeah, that's it. Like, we in a totally different era, right? Than our parents. It's no excuse to get what you need. Correct. It's healing. If you on social media, even if you watch TV, healing there, like it's everywhere. Available.
It's available. So there's no excuse. You got to do that work. Yeah, to be accountable. Girl,
my God.
My Lord, my God, girl, we just hitting everything. So, okay, we covered everything. I really want to tap into, because y'all know I love music. Well, y'all might not know, but I'm a music lover. So, this segment that we're gonna move into is I like to call on repeat. Ooh. So, like, I feel like for me, music is therapy. Like, music has, I really feel like, saved my life, been a pillar in my life. And I just want to know, like, for whoever my guest is, what has been on repeat for you lately? Like, why pull your phone out, your playlist. What have you been listening to that has been like on repeat lately?
So lately, I like R&B. I like to slow it down. Yeah. So like lately, I love Jasmine Sullivan's album. I love SZA album. Yeah. Like Control is
still it.
It's still it. Like, even though it's been out for a minute, right? Like, that is my shit. Right. Like, I can sing every song from top
I love
to
SZA, and she's just so genuine.
Yes.
And I just love the black women. Shout out to the black women who are not being like what they think we should be, like our Ari Lennox, you know, like Issa Rae, like not what the archetype for what you see a black woman should be. I just love. Shout out to Solange. Like, just out here doing, even shout out to Beyonce, like, this turn that she's taking with the way her, like, this is a very different sound.
It's so different. And it took me a while.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard it, I was kind of like, it was songs that did grab me, but then I really love what Beyonce is doing, and like, especially like, you know, like shout out, I feel like she's really paying homage to the Vogue, to the ballroom culture, and she's doing it in such a respectful way.
She's that bitch.
That, first of all, I know this is a lot of people's favorite song. I like a lot of songs. Church Girl, I love
Church
but
Girl.
Alien Superstar Amber, that song is in my head.
I love
it stays in my head because it's like, she's just really letting us know. She's really letting us know, like, you are that girl. That song makes my confidence on 10 when I hear that.
I love that album. That album is dope.
It really
like
is.
I said, it did take me a while to, like, when I first listened to it.
Because it was not,
it was different.
You know, it was very different from what we're used to. And Beyonce does switch it up, but this was like she took it a whole new Beyonce,
level.
right?
Correct. But I'm an F one happy.
Yeah, I would have to say on repeat for me, cause girl, I've been heavy in my R&B bag, and like I'm gonna share my playlist with y'all. I be creating playlists.
Yeah, me too.
But I have a feels playlist, and so I got like stuff from old school 90s R&B to like a lot of indie R&B and different things. So I be kind of bouncing back and forth. I've been on my R&B stuff a lot lately. I've been kind of all over the place, but lately I've been liking old school and maybe like not super old, but like I've been listening to a lot of early 2000s, late 90s R&B. I've been listening to a lot of, before Renaissance show, I've been listening to a lot of songs. I've been listening to a lot of Destiny Child, like B-side tracks, like songs that weren't like released. I've been listening to a lot of Music Soul Child. Like his earlier stuff. Lately, I've been listening to like Anthony Hamilton, Bilal. I've been really getting in my like back when we were in high school R&B. Like
it still slaps. Like it still hits.
That's the thing. Like it's timeless, and I think that is, my daughter is doing something I'm not aware. Chloe, I need you to back Teddy up, okay? This is some real live recording at home, okay? Shout out to Chloe.
I need to make me a mix.
Yeah, I think it's time to make another. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. We're gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking, but go ahead. I think it's time for another drink.
But yeah, like the old school will still be hitting. And I don't even necessarily think of it as old school. Like that's my
because that's your era. That's
correct.
What you grew up in. Right. Facts. Okay, we're gonna take a little drink break. We're still here, but we're gonna take a little drink break. A little mix. Yeah, because baby, you want to do a shot?
It doesn't matter.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're gonna do a shot. We're gonna do a shot.
You know I hate something.